Hey guys, and welcome back. I am the occasionally clever gamer, and we are continuing our playthrough of Home, a unique horror game. I am running low on root beer, and we are supposed to be close to home, where we're going to find out what is up with Rachel, what is up with my current theory, secret Soviet training as a sleeper agent. But there's only one way to find out, and that is to continue going. We have, of course, lost our gun. We sort of tossed it away for no real reason. I thought it was going to open up a secret room, but it didn't. So that's really disappointing. Okay, all these gates are all locked tight. Oh, this one was not. Hello? Rachel, are you here? It's me, Winston Charleston. I only refer to my... Oh, no, it's another maze. The neighborhood's local post box. Letter was sticking out, as if someone hadn't pushed it in all the way. No, duh. I knew it wasn't right, but Dad looked... Yes, you did. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. Took a deep breath and opened the package. Dude, you're just going to cause yourself heartbreak. Okay, guys. In case this is the first episode you're watching, there was a guy called Norman. He... and me and my wife, we were all chums. But I recently found a whole bunch of clothes, my wife's clothes, in his attic. And I found a hairpin in his trash, which has convinced me, the occasionally clever gamer, that me in game, Winston Charleston, was being cheated on by my in-game wife. I don't have a real life wife. Little insight into the world of me, the occasionally clever gamer. Okay, I hope you got all that. So, moving on. Norman. Wait, I need to do a Rachel voice. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband is an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman, so you don't think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Okay, so I am pretty convinced that it's Rachel. I hate to say this, but I am pretty convinced Rachel was cheating on me with Norman. It's either Rachel or it was another, like coincidentally, another neighbor's wife. Which would be funny. I kind of hope that actually is, that is the end, because that'd be like just a swing out of left field. Turns out Rachel's at home, and it's just like, oh, hey, yeah, guess what? There's a murderer going around. His name was Franco, and he killed everyone, and then you killed him, and you got hit on the head with a clock. My original theory would be right, and that would be amazing. I had entered into our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through to my clothes. Through to my clothes? I thought it was going to end with through to the bones. But instead, I just sounded like a fool. I was expectant, but also afraid. Da 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 da. Hello, Rachel. How are you? I'm coming home now. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Still gonna do it anyways, though. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Oh, okay, good. We did pass by the kitchen. If there was going to be something about a knife block, it would have been here. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was it yesterday? Or sometime before? Guys, I've also noticed that... Actually, wait, never mind. I was about to say, I don't think there's ever been, like... So the very left of our screen, I don't think there's... Wait, no, never mind. I can test this theory. No, never mind. That theory's all dead. Okay, whatever. I was going to say, I think it's always been dark. We've never actually seen it lit, but... The door to the basement was locked. Where'd I put the key? Probably with the rest of the key. Who has a locked basement? I was about to make some joke about Des with the rest of the keys. Look in the last place you looked. But no, who seriously has a key lock on their basement? I've never seen that. Like, what are you hiding down there that needs a key lock? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There's a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Yes. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it was something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the heck? Let's go out the front door. No, front door is locked. Wait. The front door is locked from the inside. Couldn't go out, though. Need to see if Rachel was here. Okay. Wait. Is this chair knocked over? He's not commenting about the chair being knocked over. Okay, so we're heading upstairs. And we are still looking for Rachel. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Really, you aren't going to, like, look through the keyhole. That's the only reason to mention that it's old-fashioned, is to say, so I could look through it. Anyways, I am going to loop back. Yeah, okay. I've seen basements with, like, a twist lock on the door. So, you know, you don't want your kids getting down there or whatever for, like, child safety. But a key lock, that means you want to be able to lock it, take the key, and have no one else go down there. That is creepy. I found the last missing piece of my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. Date made me feel terribly comfortable, but I still kept it. Placed the photo in my wallet, feeling like I got part of my life. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Because, man, I've solved this entire freaking puzzle. Our television. I purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. Felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. Okay, so we're just going to keep that little piece of info about us being guilty about TV. I'm sure that adds a lot of context to future story. The answer to that is, of course, no, it won't. I feel guilty about TV. That's what drove me to kill. Oh, broken mirror. Our hallway mirror had been smashed. Pieces scattered around the floor. I couldn't really make myself out anymore. Wasn't sure I wanted to. Because I'd been through heck. And I didn't have any gel for my hair. I would have looked ugly. You do not need gel for your hair to look pretty. I'm just going to put that out there. Ooh, a laptop. My laptop had been left on. It only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. I did take it. Okay, so someone was looking up stuff about the old water tower. What? Okay. I'm going to do more Sherlock Holmesian stuff with this. Okay, so I figured out that Rachel was cheating on me. I went to Norman, killed Norman, took his gun. Well, no, I took the gun first, then I shot Norman in the face. But why did I go to Franco's house? On the run from the police, maybe? Our sink, which needed to be replaced. Well, the tap's always stuck. I hadn't gone around fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. I can't use the toilet. Okay, well, it's good to know I am not constipated, which means that should we come to a fight, I will have the advantage over a constipated enemy. I always like to keep those sort of tactics in mind. Not a lot of people remember to think about that. These books were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I look more closely, looks like the man in that house had some of the same books I did. It was my secret house. I had a second family. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that actually might work. My wife's. Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. She never got to go on the trip. Oh no. It was closed. But I had a feeling what was in it. I opened it up. Inside Rachel's suitcase were a few days worth of clothes, some personal effects, and the train ticket. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. No, Rachel. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, guys. Rachel cheated on me with Norman. I found out. I went to kill Norman. But guess what? Rachel was doing the going for the triple threat. She was going to run away with another guy Franco. She was gonna run away with Franco. I found out. Went and killed Franco too. Got the both of them. Okay. We are figuring this out. We are doing pro at this. Okay. Man, at this point, I don't even think it's worth playing anymore. I've solved this. I might as well just go turn myself into the police. But apparently I'm some sort of killing machine, so... I guess I'm going down to the basement. I'm going to assume that... I unlocked the basement door. We're going to find Rachel down here. Guys, Rachel's dead. I hate to tell everyone this, but Rachel's dead. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. Why does that matter to the story? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to fight off someone with Christmas decorations later. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There's a dirty old key in here. Yeah, I stole that key. Took the key and tried to remember what I unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. Hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck, and the drywall was poorly installed. Might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. What? What the frig? Couldn't even remember our last Christmas. Look, there was plaster and old trowel in here, too. Look, we have way too much junk. Okay, well, I'm apparently looking for something heavy. The plank of wood I am carrying around apparently isn't heavy enough. So we need to find something heavier. What was in this house that was heavy? There's no Christmas decorations. I really want just to knock down that wall with a thing of Santa. Just want to take Sam and start wailing on that wall. The grandma key I found in the basement unlocked the door. Why do we keep the key? What? Okay, so we kept the key for a room in our house, in our locked basement, in a bag full of old paint cans. What? Why was the key there? Was there something... If there was something bad in this room, why didn't we just throw out the key? Why didn't we just lock it and say, well, it's gone now, and just, left it? Obviously, that's kind of dumb. You would have called, maybe there was a bear in the room. If so, we locked the door and just left it, maybe to starve it out? Maybe that was it. If so, hopefully this bear has been starved out, because I do not want to fight a bear. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? Yeah. Lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. Ooh, that's a nice crowbar. It's very firm, very, very nice. What is this? Some sort of steel? That's me appreciating the weight of a crowbar. Why do we need to lock a crowbar into a room, then hide the key from ourselves? I don't understand this game. All we're gonna do, we're going downstairs. We're gonna break down the dividing wall, find Rachel's body, and then it's all gonna come flashing back to us. And we're gonna remember we're a murderer. Did I break through the wall? Yeah, you did. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. Smashed a hole large enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Don't look. Okay, goodbye. No, we're looking. Hello? This is a lot of room for me to just just to throw away. What? A filthy looking pile of rags being dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful. It made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Yes, you found Rachel. Guess what? Surprise! Rachel's dead. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a jump scare. It was going to be like the animation of pulling back the rags and all of a sudden, surprise! Happy birthday! It's not my birthday. Oh no. My hands were trembling as I pulled back the layers of cloth. There, at the center, under all the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Her arms were bruised all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death by bears. The knife I had carried all this way suddenly seemed like a poison. What happened, Rachel? Who did this to you? Bears. I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. It was bears. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. And that's when the bears got me. They came out of the woods, you see. We're gonna wake up in jail. Maybe I could use some of Rachel's travel books and to find some place to go. To escape the police, because it's obvious that I did it. It was my wallet, with my contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff, or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again. Maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places? Yes, you were, you idiot. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. Must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. What does that mean? It means that you're an idiot and you killed everyone. This was the old photo of that other man and his wife, I assumed. I found that in his house. I recalled those faded remains I had found, deep underneath his house. What had he done there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? No, he was just a passerby. I wasn't sure, but that poor old bastard was good and dead. He was a victim, not a criminal. I should go back. No, he was. But who had killed him? Shoot, well, apparently I can't change that choice. Within that few broken pieces that remained of that mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. Couldn't bear to look again. It's like I didn't actually expect a reflection. Felt empty, drained. Let's just keep wandering through this house. Okay. The reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. I still love the old-timey charm of that clawfoot bathtub, though. Seemed like a cold comfort then. Okay, I kind of just want to finish this. Okay, we are at 17 minutes. I might run this episode a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm going to run a little bit longer. Was the keycard found in the factory the one that allowed me to slip through that door? Seemed to me that was probably Norman's. If that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think that Norman was going back to the factory? Yes. Who else would it have been? Norman. What were you doing back there? The laptop had finally run out of power. Oh, I thought it was going to be like, but why was I looking up what to do in the water tower? Yeah, I think I kind of screwed up this entire reveal thing. I'm pretty sure right here I was supposed to say yes. Because I'm pretty sure that Rachel was cheating on me with two guys. It was the letter I'd taken from the post box. Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman? But why? Didn't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? Okay, I don't think it was Norman. I really don't. I think it was me. Norman may have betrayed me, but I didn't think he was capable of that. I hated him. I hated him so much. But I couldn't blame him for what had happened to my wife. From now on, I have no one to get angry at me for stupid things like buying this TV. That's kind of... You're really worried about your wife, then you're cracking a joke. I can buy what I want now. I can buy what I want now. That was a pretty good Elvis impression, if I do say so myself. Okay. Oh, a safe. My old office safe sat on the floor. Used the digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? Yes, I did. The safe used an 8-digit code. What was that darn code again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that wasn't it. I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were the names that had been written down. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Idris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. I recalled the names I saw scratched down that old desk, deep within those musty tunnels. Was that man in the house really up to something? Okay, I'm sure I have to unlock that safe somehow. Maybe it's supposed to be... Oh, wait. Wait, guys. Guys, I think I figured it out. I need to count the names in this book. Okay. Shoot, never mind, I can't do it. I thought it was going to be like the code was the names, but nope. The names are gone. Seemed like I'd seen all this before. Maybe, I thought. I was ready to go back into the basement. The mail still sat there, heaped on the floor. Guys. Guys, this chair has been flipped back up. That chair was knocked over and is back up. That is freaky deaky. Okay, we are going to go into the kitchen and see if there's anything in here. There would be no more dinners here. No more chit-chat over breakfast. At least not for us. Must have locked the door. There's no reason to return to the backyard anyways. I'm gonna stay locked in this creepy room with my dead wife in the basement. 'Cause, you know, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not gonna bother getting the police involved in all this, despite the fact that it's their job to do so. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Then I'd pick up the knife. Yeah. Took the knife and kept it firmly in my hands. Got my fingerprints all over that. Real good. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. It already seemed too much. So what am I supposed to do? Wait, so I'm supposed to be taking this knife to a warm, safe place. Let's pop them into the oven then. Apparently we are heathens and do not own an oven. Well, that is awkward. Okay, so I knew I needed to escape that nightmare. But what about the knife I still carried? I wondered, even if I left, would it really be over? So, did I leave that house forever? No. We should probably find a place. Apparently we need to find a place to keep this knife. That's both warm and safe. Oh my goodness, safe. It's the safe. Where's the bed? Should I just tuck it into bed? Get the blanket up over it? I create a bed night story? A bed night story? That's why I'm now calling, like, children's stories. Nap time, night stories. Okay, I think that I should try to get this safe open. Mule off a safe down the floor. Use a digital passcode lock. Okay, an 8-digit code. What? Have there been any 8-digit anythings recently? I can't think of anything. I can't think of any numbers that came up. We're gonna try a random combination. Nope, not it. We're done. We're done with this noise. Let's get out of here. Yeah, we're just gonna bring the knife with us. Forget it. Forget about it. Actually, no. We are gonna go up and see if I can, like, tuck it into bed or something. I don't know. I can't think of any place that'd be, like, warm to keep it. That's not also a super creepy place to keep a knife. Like the sink? The quiet in that room unnerved me terribly. Okay, so we are not trying to, like, wash it off or anything. No, not anywhere here. Okay, well, I am going to try the bedroom quickly. Okay, maybe I should have called an end to this episode. Darn it, I should have, shouldn't I? Okay, well, we're going to check this room. And yeah, forget this. Okay, we're going to call an end to the episode. Please do like and subscribe. Like if you like what you see. Subscribe if you want to see more. With that, I am going to say a very quick goodbye because we are very much over time. So, goodbye. Rachel's name had been on that list. So what terrible plot was she a part of? Shoot, I had forgotten about the list. So my theory about me going crazy and killing everybody, that could still be true. Oh my goodness, Franco. Okay, new plan.